Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, I don't have long because I got a coaching call here in 14 minutes, but wanted to pop on because this been on my mind ever since I heard this, and I briefly mentioned it, but I wanted to take and make an exclusive video about this type of advice, not just this alone, but all types, and give you some examples of this because this is something you have to be very careful of when you're out here on these social media streets. It really gets a little dangerous out here, and you have, first of all, before we dive in, you see that right there, the destinyapp.com. So all the intentional singles, make sure you get on over there. It's free to join and use, so get on over there if you ready for love and intentional. It's no instant gratification. You might be on there a month before you meet your match because it's highly tuned. It's an AI matchmaker that I've trained with my developers, so you getting very curated connections. It ain't no bots and just random people. So get on over there. But when Cheyenne Bryant went on Jamal Bryant's podcast, she said that she was like, and it's something I want to get y'all to do. You need to take a bath with your partner because the man need to be able to see you completely naked and take a bath with you without touching you. And Jamal Bryant pushed back and was like, no, 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 no. That ain't what you want to do. Now that's what married folks could do. And then she said, no, no, I wanna say, not just married people, that even for those that you are just dating, you want to take a bath together to exercise self-control. And Jamal's like, no, they ain't gonna be able to do that. They ain't gonna have that kind of self-control. Nah, no, you gonna make me lose my license. And that right there just made me hit the floor. I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, how do you go on a quote unquote Christian podcast, a Christian outlet, and introduce that level of lust and that level of temptation? Like, I know as a man, getting that close to a woman, our body part is standing up out of the water. Like, and that thing is starting to throb and hurt so bad, that entire bath. Like, we back there sweating bullets, losing our mind. I mean, it's just like a rocket that just sitting there just blowing the fire out but can't take off. That's torment. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Like that should be a punishment for a criminal, that he got to tie his hands to the tub and tie his legs to the tub and got to sit there for hours in front of different models coming to sit there in front of him, and he just got to suffer through that pain for as long as possible, and can't touch nothing, can't release nothing, can't do nothing, can't even go to sleep. That's what the lady introduced: cruel and an unusual punishment. And this what I want you to realize: people speak from where they are. So as you out here on these social media streets and you listening to these videos, these podcasts, you always have to ask, would I trade places with this person? Is this person in a place and position that I want to be in? So let's take her for example. Would you want to be a single person who is going around on all the podcasts giving relationship advice that has not worked for you with a fake doctorate? if you would want to be that person, then you have mental health issues. And if you wouldn't want to be that person, then you shouldn't take any advice from that person. The same thing, like if this guy is giving advice and he is unattractive, single, whatever else it is that go with it, to this, to that, would you want to be him? No. If you wouldn't want to be him, then why would you listen to him? He ain't got nothing you want. He ain't in a position that you want to be in. And this is the thing now. People say stuff like that, but then guess what she did? After she said that, she proved exactly what I just said, that people speak from where they are. So after she said that, she said, and I'm going to go a little further, because one time, because I did that with a man that I'm dating. We took a bath together. So basically what she's admitting to is that that's how she living. Reckless, frivolous, and erroneous. And is giving advice from a reckless lifestyle. Because that man could have flipped his switch, could have changed his mind, and could have said, I'm finna take it. And it could have got really ugly in there. Also, the deed could have happened, but that part wasn't told. And he not going to come out and tell it. So all we're being told is that they just took the naked bath together and nothing else happened. And he exercised self-control and all of that right there. Listen, I've been married more than 19 years and I can't do that with my wife without losing my mind. It ain't like it's somebody that I don't know and ain't used to and done been with for 19 years. I still will be losing my mind just off of my wife, who I'm used to and done been with 19 plus 20 years. Still wouldn't be able to do that, let alone somebody that you ain't never had and new to. Come on now. It could be worse. So think about that though. But see, this is the thing. And I'm going to tell y'all another secret. Y'all don't realize this. I'm going to tell y'all a secret now. Celebrities and public figures, speakers, entertainers, we use our platforms to condone what we do in our lives and how we live. So when Anthony O'Neal and Lataria Whitfield came out and said that they are fornicating, they did that. What this does is it disarms your victim. The same reason Cheyenne said that, she disarmed the man, because can you imagine the clout the man could have got if he said, hey, I got y'all doctor butt bunky in this bathtub. Yeah. Split splow. The one who coming on here giving advice to Cam Newton about what he need to do with his loins and giving advice to Nick Cannon. Yeah, I got her booty cheek spread, scrubbing on the bathtub floor. Yeah. All of my feces particles floating in the water, going in her vajay. Yeah. UTI. Bling blow. Got her. If he would have came out and told his side of the story, oh man, we'd have been looking at her crazy. What? You giving advice and you in there split splout? You sitting in there UTI Central? All that dirt and feces flow around in the bathtub. He ain't get all them particles off of him. Oh, well, we showered before. I have a doctorate from Argosy. Y'all call it Argosy, the thing called Argosy. I can't stand when somebody keeps saying Argosy. Even if they is called Argosy, it's Argosy. And so you sitting there, Cooter Bell, monkey, wide open. They're catching his feces. Ugh. So if he would have told that story, so get what she had to do. She had to go and tell her herself to disarm him. So now he realized he ain't got no tabloid material because she already told the story. So I did the same thing when I started my career. I told about the man that I was, and I told it worse than I was. I added on to it so that the women from my past couldn't come out and tell their version of it and lie and all of this right here. I put extra on it. So when they seen it, like, man, he done told the story. I ain't even gonna be able to get no clout on his name. He told the world that he was a womanizer and toxic and controlling and abusive and all that. He went on Oprah and told the story. It just, for me, I was turning my mess into a message. But at the same time, on the flip side, some people use their platform to condone and perpetuate. So now they come on a stage and they say, hey, I'm fornicating, so that their person they fornicating with feels like, well, darn, I ain't got no secret because he just told the world he's a fornicating podcaster, fornicating Christian podcaster. So there go mine. And everybody clapped and laughed and patted him on the back. So I ain't got no secret. Nah, I ain't got nothing I can hold over his head because now everybody know he a fornicating Christian podcaster. So that's what they doing. So you got to understand when they come out and they telling something and you looking like, oh, what's going on now? Why they telling this business? They telling that business so nobody else can't tell that business. That's all that is. That's all that is. Y'all give me 1 second. So that's what you got to realize and understand is you have to be careful because see, here's the thing. There's this dichotomy and this juxtaposition to where when you see somebody who is perceived as educated or intelligent or wise, well-spoken, a leader, a teacher, and they say something on the World Wide Web, you naturally are inclined to justify it and not really think about it strangely or look at it strangely because you're like, well, if they said this to the World Wide Web, it must be some validity to it because this person is highly touted, highly respected, very much loved. So you're looking at it and you're like, well, this must be true. Like, this must be the way to go. This must be the thing. And that's how you looking at it. So you got to take and realize and be able to say, okay, just because they got this and that don't mean they smart. But hey, got my call now. I see my client was already on the Zoom waiting on me. So hey, God bless you. All the important links in the description. Keep your head up, keep going. Make sure get on over there, especially y'all Intentional Single Men. Get on over there to destinyapp.com. We'll talk soon.